As the weather shapes up outside, we all want to get out there and enjoy some of that sunshine. Maybe it's a bike ride or a long hike, but it's important to know what to do and how to keep ourselves safe from the sun. And that's why today we've brought in Carle's Rural Health and Farm Safety Program and the coordinator there, Amy Rademacher, to give us some details on how to stay safe in the sunshine. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
It's nice to have to be talking about stuff like this because it feels like we've been cooped up inside for so long. But now that we're going outside, what do we need to do to start protecting ourselves?
Sure. This is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about because I've had a lot of impact. I've been burnt many times. So, yeah, now it's the time as we're warming up, we're headed out more. I'm thinking about the weather, though. If it's cloudy, we also need to be worried about proper skin protection, and sun exposure now can affect our chances of melanoma later in life. So we need to be prepared and thinking about all of that as we head outside.
I think it's tempting to think, well, if the sun's out, obviously need to worry about sun exposure. If it's cloudy, then I should be fine, but that's not really the case. So what is it, regardless of conditions, that we need to make sure we're prepared with to protect ourselves?
Sure. So first, sun exposure, first thing that comes to mind is sunscreen. And I'm going to be pulling an example here off to the side. So we want to make sure that the SPF, and I don't know if you can see that, the SPF here, we want to make sure that it is at least 30, or excuse me, that the SPF is 30 or greater than. So this was 50. And that's really important to make sure that we have a UVA and a UVB broad spectrum application. And this obviously comes in a lotion, and it comes in a spray. I always like the lotion with my kids because I know exactly where it's been. The spray is a little elusive to me. We need to make sure that we check the expiration date. And on some of these, it's really tricky because it's just kind of printed in the top of the band. But it's really important to think about expiration date, excuse me. I never really knew until I started talking and teaching about it that there was such a thing on the label. So apply it every 2 hours. You need to make sure if you're in and out of the pool, they say every 30 minutes. And I know that seems like a lot, but that is the recommendation. It is not waterproof, even though it says we need to make sure that if we're sweating or in the water that we're replacing it frequently. And another tip I like to remind people is you need to apply it 20 to 30 minutes before you go outside or before you have that initial exposure, because it takes a little bit of time to work it into the skin and then be effective. And I think a lot of times it's already we're burnt and then we're trying to put sunscreen on.
Absolutely. I know you have a lot of other things on your list like sunglasses and long sleeves and finding shade and a hat and things like that. Who would you say is most at risk? Are we all equally at risk, or are there differentiating factors?
Well, obviously the most at risk are the people who are outside the most. And so my target population a lot of times is our farmers, and they are definitely at risk. Construction workers, avid gardeners, those people who are constantly outside, and then kids this summer, people go into the pools if they find a pool to go to. Those are the people that are most at risk.
Now, what should we be looking for that might indicate that there's a problem? Obviously, this is after the fact, but on our skin, what are some of those signs that we need to be aware of?
Okay, so melanoma can spread very rapidly, and so we need to inspect our skin. Maybe if it's on our back, we need a spouse or someone else to inspect. We're looking for shape. Is it symmetrical? Is the color consistent? Is the size no bigger than an eraser head? Then we need to make sure we're looking at the borders and they're not jagged. And then any change. So if you notice it, a mole or something like that, and then it seems like it's different this year or it's different a few months from now, those things need to be checked out by your physician.
So if you have a question, make an appointment, get them checked out. Better to be safe than sorry, I'm sure, in these types of situations. Thank you for these tips, and we'll post them on our website for people as well, and hopefully we can all get out and enjoy the sun a little bit more than we have been.
Sounds great.
Appreciate it. We will connect you with all those tips that Amy just gave and many others online at our website. All you need to do is go to CILiving.tv.